Hello everybody, welcome to the Tube. So much going on. Here is our lineup. Yes, we've got another big scoop from the Snowden files. Yes, another tech giant joins the race to reinvent the news. Yes, our crowdfunding report exposes this groundbreaking idea. Yes, US Army and British engineers are making this a reality. And yes, our viral video of the day is sheer tech poetry and more. Let's play! Bad news of the day. Antivirus software is supposed to keep computers safe from intruders, but spy agencies in the US and UK tried to hack leading antivirus software for exactly the opposite purpose: to track their users. The agencies attempted to spy on people by exploiting security holes in popular computer protection software, most notably Russia-based market leader Kaspersky Lab. The National Security Agency and Britain's government communication headquarters hunted weaknesses in popular antivirus software to collect information about their users, as documents obtained by Ed Snowden and published by The Intercept now show. Instead of alerting companies to potentially dangerous security flaws, the spy agencies even tried to repurpose malware from third parties for their own use. Think of that next time your computer is infected with a virus. And now, some good news and some good news. Google today revealed details of a new project designed to power the world of journalism. News Labs is a joint venture between Google and a number of technology firms and entrepreneurs to make it easier to research and publish news stories. It's something aimed primarily at major newsrooms and reporting outlets, but it also features tools that can help power and promote collaborative citizen journalism. For that purpose, the company has created a destination for journalists to better leverage Google products in their work. Some of the tools we know, like live trends, some are new. Here is Google explaining this interesting move. Yay, journalism, you're not dead yet.
And some of the most important information out there today is quality journalism. We believe that the democratization of media has created new opportunities and new roles for journalists to play in the media industry.
The News Lab is Google's effort to use our technologies to be part of this innovation in journalism that's happening today.
We're really focused on how we can empower journalists and media entrepreneurs through tools, data, and programs.
I think it's extremely important that we come in this very collaborative fashion and say, what is it that we can do? We see that journalists tap into a number of different tools. We have Fusion Tables, which is a data visualization tool using maps. Maps itself, Google Earth, ways to really get a sense of perspective around where a story is taking place.
There are 3 billion searches performed on Google every single day. And being able to look across these searches and look for trends in what people are curious about gives journalists a new tool for telling data-driven stories.
Facebook's kinda lame yet still creepy facial recognition technology, which enables it to automatically tag faces in pictures uploaded to the website, could be getting an upgrade. The social networking giant has developed experimental technology that can work out who you are, even if it can't see your face. That's according to New Scientist. Some components of this tech are already in use within Facebook Moments, the company's latest app now on screen. The tech looks for other possible ways to identify you, such as regularly worn clothing, a distinctive posture, or a signature haircut, and uses these clues to guess the person in the photo. In tests made within Facebook's artificial intelligence lab, the team software was able to recognize individuals with 83% accuracy, even if the faces were obscured. So no need to hide anymore on Facebook, know where to run. Snapchat's photos might disappear seconds after its users open them, but keeping the young social network afloat requires advertising that sticks in their minds a little longer than that. That's why the company's 25-year-old CEO and founder Ivan Spiegel traveled to Cannes, France, to pitch his advertising scheme at the industry's biggest party of the year. Cosmopolitan editor Joanna Cole sat down with the Stanford dropout during Monday's keynote before a crowd full of ad executives to talk about Snapchat's new vertical video ads, the company's experimental advertising model. During the talk, Spiegel made it look like Snapchat is building a vital ad business for its product. He even made a special video ad for the video ad show to show he can video ad. Show.
3V advertising is special because it's built from the ground up for mobile, just like everything else on Snapchat. And that means that when you watch a video on Snapchat, it's cut vertically to fill the whole screen. Pre-roll is really annoying because it gets in the way of the content that you want to watch. 3V advertising always appears in the context of premium or curated content. Premium content's provided by one of our editorial partners, and curated content refers to our live stories, which are collections of videos and photos from Snapchatters at different events around the world. In the early days of internet advertising, marketers relied on things like targeting to help differentiate ad products that weren't very engaging. But today, with beautiful full-screen video on mobile, we can build ad products that respect.
And now, brace yourselves, old school geeks. The future is coming faster than we thought. Just months after a Back to the Future influenced hoverboard hit Kickstarter, the US Defense Department has announced plans to develop a Star Wars-style hoverbike. The bike will be produced by a joint team of British and American engineers who will design and build the vehicle in the US. Developed by British firm Malloy Aeronautics, the prototype aims to do many of the tasks that helicopters are now used for. A spokesman for Malloy told Reuters that there are a lot of advantages to the hoverbike over a regular helicopter. Primarily, there's safety, since the routers in the hoverbike will be shielded, ensuring that they don't shred anything they touch. We want one. And now, like every week, it's time to crowdfund ourselves to death with Didi Chanoch. Whoosh whoosh. Good evening.
Good evening, Jason.
So what's the first project this week?
Okay, our first project is one that people who are engaged in recording audio in any circumstances isn't a studio may really appreciate. So let's take a look.
Whether you make music, videos, or podcasts, there's a single point of frustration when it comes to capturing great sound. This. So we made this. Say hello to MicMe, the world's first wireless recording microphone. No wires, computer, or confusion needed. Just press a button and start recording sound in studio-grade quality. Musicians can capture their ideas during a moment of inspiration. Podcasters can rely on hassle-free sound no matter where they are. Filmmakers can finally enjoy the freedom to get great sound on the go. And they can do it all with ease. Even if you want to just make a Skype call, MicMe is ready to capture your voice with clarity. No more lost or dropped words. You never have to sacrifice precious time and energy to get studio-quality sound.
Oh, wow, this looks awesome if it works.
Well, they've already demonstrated it to journalists. Tech site Engadget published a first look yesterday, and they seemed very impressed. They also have a video that you can watch on Engadget to see how it works in sound. So that's actually very promising. And the price is about what you would pay for a professional microphone.
How much?
It's currently it's $250. The first 100 paid $170, and it's doing really, really well. So. Yeah, so hopefully...
It's like a really good project.
Yeah, one more note.
Yes.
They tried this project in Kickstarter last year, and it failed.
So what's happened now?
They asked for a much lower initial sum, and they've already raised more than what they wanted last time, which...
That's interesting, the psychology of how much you need to ask for.
Yeah, and I always tell people, ask for the minimum you need to get your project done.
Okay, I'll remember that. Let's move to the next project.
Okay, our next project, if you've ever been to New York and you've been to the High Line, which is a repurposed old train track, you can see what can be done with things that used to have purpose and now don't. Now they're trying to do it underground with the Low Line.
Okay, let's take a look.
Years ago, we hatched a crazy plan to create the world's first underground park, the Low Line. The core feature of the Low Line is that we can take natural sunlight, send it underground, and use that to grow stuff. With this natural sunlight, we can take an abandoned trolley terminal, which is a football field-sized piece of New York City history, and transform it into a vibrant public space filled with plants and trees, and to create something unlike anything the world has ever seen before.
The Low Line is more than a cool idea. It's a plan to revitalize and enhance an entire neighborhood.
All we're doing is revealing something which has been there longer than most of the people in the area, and we're just re-exposing it for people.
Okay, so first of all, Didi, why is it a private project that someone needs to put on Kickstarter and not, the state of New York?
Okay, first, it's not a private project. It's an organization that's doing it. And it's not done by the City of New York simply because the City of New York haven't done it, or the State of New York. These are private entrepreneurs who wanted to create a public project, which is why they're turning to the public to fund it.
Okay, weird, but okay. And second of all, this project looks awesome, but it's not going that good for them on Kickstarter. Why is that?
Well, first, I'll say I think this definitely is going to get funded. Okay. I mean, they're not, blowing Kickstarter up. And the reason for that, I think, is that the rewards are not very substantial. You get to have a plant planted in your name, and you can come water it. That's as cool a reward as you get, pretty much, unless you want to spend thousands of dollars to have a picnic. So,
okay, and you need to care about something public and not a product that you get privately.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you live in the neighborhood, there's going to be great benefits for you. Yeah. But for most people, this is just a cool thing that they might not want to support.
I really hope it will happen. Let's move on to the third project.
Okay, our third one is one that will be close to the hearts of many geeks, and that is a long-planned documentary about the life of Leonard Nimoy, the actor who played Spock, directed by his son.
Okay, take a look.
Last year, my father and I began working on a documentary about the life of Mr. Spock. We were both very much aware that the 50th anniversary of Star Trek: The Original Series was coming up in 2016, and we wanted to create something to help commemorate that event. A documentary based primarily on Mr. Spock had never been done before, and we both felt strongly about paying tribute to the half-human, half-Vulcan first officer of the Starship Enterprise. As most of you know, on February 27th, my father passed away due to end-stage COPD. His passing sparked an immediate outpouring of emotion from fans all over the world. This incredible response to Dad's passing has inspired me to continue with the writing and directing of this film, only now I will not only be paying tribute to Mr. Spock, but to the life of Leonard Nimoy as well.
Didi, we're all the Star Trek fans. How come this project is not a huge success?
The fact that it's not fully funded yet does not mean it's not a huge success. Right now, at over $400,000 raised, it is the most funded documentary project on Kickstarter ever.
Yeah, but just 9 days remaining to reach 600,000.
Yeah, I'm absolutely certain they're going to make it. And again, they wanted a very high amount. $600,000 is far more than any documentary project has ever raised on Kickstarter. So the ambition may hamper them. I think they're going to succeed regardless, but maybe they should have listened to the advice from the first segment.
And asked for just
less.
a tiny bit less.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Didi Hanoch. See you next
Thank you,
week.
Jason.
We're moving on. How does the life of an iPhone look like, and what does it tell us about ourselves? Paul Torillo made a very smart short movie about the life of one iPhone. We can only see a clip from it, but you should definitely watch the whole thing on Vimeo. Go watch it.
Where are you? Hey!
take a photo. Oh, it's for video. Wow.
Some sugar on me. Hey, watch it, dude. You can put your stuff down right here. The dining room, living room, kitchen combo.
Ooh, what's that right there?
That's my juicer.
Your juicer.
Yeah.
You big juicer.
Okay, that's it. Show's over. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new show of The Truth. Thank you very much, Didi. Log on to our website. It's 24news.tv. And always remember, if he dies, he dies.